everyone, this is Sulin, and today I am going to do a spotlight video on my Nelly Eiler. So I've had this orchid since April of this year, so it's been a few months, and when I first got it, it only had these leaves and some new growths. However, it did not have any of these flower spikes. So since I received it, I have been lucky to get 5 flower spikes develop, and as you can see, the flowers are pretty much in bloom right now. I still have some buds developing. As you can see, there's still a few more that are just taking their time opening up, and even though these spikes are not carrying that many buds per spike, it's still quite a fantastic display, don't you think? I also have a new growth developing in the back there. Let's see if I can rotate it for you to see. So right over there. And if you peek in, so the leaf is a little accordioned, but if you peek in, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe not. But that little thing there is actually a new spike that's developing. So I'm going to maybe get 6 spikes. We'll see. It's an immature pseudobulb. It's still, pretty much new growth. So yeah. But that's also the thing with this Nelly Eiler. I've noticed that a lot of the spikes are forming on immature pseudobulbs, which is strange. But nonetheless, I still quite appreciate it. The flowers are beautiful. They're these vibrant red flowers. They're deeper red in real life than on camera. I have a lot of white spots over there in the coloring. I think that has to do with the temperature in which they formed. So the cooler the temperature, the redder it gets. If it gets really cool, you can almost get the entire lip turning almost a bright red. Here it's more of pink and orangey corally colorations there, which is also nice, and then that bright yellow in there, which is lovely. So the Nelly Eiler is an complex intergeneric hybrid between the Odontoglossum, the Miltonia, the Oncidium, and the Cochleata groups, and it actually takes a lot of its parentage from the Miltonia and therefore shares quite a lot of its culture needs. It requires low to intermediate levels of light, but it can tolerate bright lights. It's only that the bright lights will maybe cause the leaves yellow. It doesn't want it to be too bright, and it may cause your flowers to appear lighter in color. Temperatures, it likes it to be cool, but will tolerate intermediate temperatures. So I have it at about 18-20 or so. Watering, it likes to be constantly moist. I repotted it in a water retentive mixture of sphagnum moss. This is New Zealand long strand sphagnum moss and bark, and it likes to stay pretty wet. So I water it about once a week, and it when I first water it, I like to almost drench it. I let it drain in the sink, and then I also let it drain into the saucer. And I actually leave the water, there's no water in here right now, but I actually like to leave the water in the saucer for about a day or two. The reason I do that is because I find that the Nelly Eiler dries out very quickly, and a day or two in water is not long enough to kill the plant, especially because I have it in a clay pot, a clay orchid pot. These are very breathable, they're porous, they take up the water quite easily. And the other thing is it helps to cool, the excess water in there will help to cool the pot, which in turn cools the plant, cools the roots, but also increases the general humidity. And Nelly Eilers like humid environments, and that can be hard to maintain in a home if you do not have a separate humidifier. In terms of flowering, as you can see, it has flowered in the summer for me. It will flower with every mature pseudobulb, or at least it should. Now with my current spike, the large one here, I've been lucky and it's actually flowering from a pseudobulb that has already flowered before. So in fact, what it means is, well, this one has two, but this one is flowering from an old already flowered pseudobulb. So you get two spikes from each pseudobulb, it seems, which is nice. And in terms of repotting, because you're using a water retentive potting medium, you kind of want to make sure that you repot it at least once a year so as to prevent it staying in broken down media. So that's really it. I hope you enjoyed this video on my Nelly Eiler. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, bye.